So update, y'all. My missing shelter sister has been found. And guess where she was? In the hospital. For 7 days? She was in the hospital for 7 days? But she wasn't in the hospital for 7 days. She just arrived at the hospital. And when they asked her where she had been, she said she don't remember. You know? So her daughter called to tell me this. Because, I was worried and shit. But then, my intuition knew better. Like, she out there in the streets doing what she do. Well, her daughter seemed to agree. Actually, she said it to me. She had a relapse. And I was like, yeah, I saw it coming, because I had told her, because we lived in the same room, because she had moved into the room like 2 weeks ago, something like that, 3 weeks ago. And I knew her habit was. So I told her straight the fuck out. Like, if I catch you smoking crack in the bathroom in here, I'm going to get you put out of this room. And she looked at me. She was shocked and shit. Yes. I don't play that game about me. I already had this experience before, and I don't want it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you wake up with that certain headache, I know what that is. I said, somebody smoking crack in here. Like, you want to jeopardize your shit? Fine. But you're not going to jeopardize mine. I don't work too hard to get here. I'm going on interviews and stuff, drug testing and shit for some of these jobs that I apply for. It's mandatory in some fields. I don't want that shit popping up in my bloodstream. Even though I'm here, I still have a goal to meet. And then, her daughter said, oh, she want me to ask you to save her bed. Save your bed? You've been going for a week, boo. I can't save your bed, like I got some kind of clout, and I see why she think that, because, the people who operate the place, they respect me, they show their respect too. Like if I ask for something, they get it, because I use please and thank you like my grandmother taught me. That goes a long way. And I'm not in here wilding out or nothing, I did wild out one night, but she had it coming, honey. But I'm saying, it's not like a pattern for me. This is just my defense while I'm here. But she wanted me to save her bed, because, like, I'm not going to let you use my integrity that I have built with these people for you to bullshit, That's my whole point. And it wouldn't have been the first time. The first time she caught me out there. See, now I know better. I ain't open my mouth on nothing, honey. Nothing. You grown, honey. You should know, like, if you need to be here, be here. But, there are deeper issues there. Not really my responsibility to dive into, but I do like her, She does have other wonderful qualities about her, but it's just this thing, Like, I'm not having it. Like, I'm not here to stay, I'm not here to loop in this shit either. So leave me out of it. You know? And if I was even going to do it, like, my clout probably ran out 3 days ago, honey. You can't ask me to do shit now, you know? I'm tired of vouching for people, and being disappointed. I don't let myself fall for that shit no more. But anyway, I just wanted to update y'all. Shelter life is something else. Something else. But anyway, later.